Welcome to the AI for Oklahoma Classrooms podcast, a production of the Oklahoma State Department of Education's Office of AI and Digital Learning. I'm your host, Dr. Karen Leonard. I'm so glad you're here. We're starting this journey because we believe in the power of Oklahoma teachers. We know the passion you bring to your students, but we also know that Sunday night feeling, the mountain of grading, and the 3 different lesson plans you need for Monday morning. AI isn't here to replace the magic you bring to your classroom. It's here to be your ultimate teaching partner, helping you clear the busy work so you can get your weekends back and focus on what you love doing most, teaching. We're continuing our journey to help you reclaim your time while enhancing your instruction. Every teacher knows that vocabulary is the gateway to comprehension, but manually identifying and categorizing words from a complex text can be an exhaustive process. Today, we're talking about vocabulary and using AI to instantly generate tiered vocabulary lists so you can focus on helping your students master the language of your subject. In the last episode, we looked at how AI can act as your lab assistant, drafting safety protocols and inventory lists in seconds. We talked about clearing away the administrative load of hands-on learning so you can stay present in the moment of discovery. In this episode, we're shifting from the science lab to the literacy lab. Whether you teach 3rd grade reading or high school physics, your students are constantly encountering new terms. To help them, we often categorize these words into tiers. Tier 1 are basic everyday words. Tier 2 are high-utility academic words. And Tier 3 are domain-specific technical terms. Manually sorting these for every reading passage is exactly the kind of task your digital intern was built for. Think of AI as a linguistic specialist on your team. Instead of spending your prep period highlighting words in a photocopy, you can paste a reading passage into your favorite AI tool and ask it to categorize the vocabulary for you. You can ask AI to identify Tier 2 words and find those cross-curricular words like analyze, structure, or context that appear in the text. You can then ask it to spot Tier 3 words and have it highlight the technical jargon specific to your lesson, like photosynthesis or revenue. And then finally, you can ask it to provide student-friendly definitions that match your student's specific grade level. By offloading this categorization, you reduce your prep time for literacy and language support while ensuring your instruction is precise and standards aligned. So you've used your linguistic specialist, your AI tool, to quickly categorize your vocabulary into tiers 2 and 3, and you have those student-friendly definitions in hand. But the real time saver is what comes next, moving straight from the list to high-impact instructional activities. This is where your digital intern truly shines as a curriculum co-planner. Effective vocabulary acquisition requires multiple exposures in varied contexts. Instead of spending time designing 7 different ways for students to interact with those 5 key words, you can ask AI to generate those activities for you. For example, take your top 5 tier words from a science passage: mitosis, cytoplasm, ribosome, vacuole, and cell membrane. You can immediately follow up with AI. Ask it first to create 3 complex, content-rich sentences for each of the 5 words. The sentences must be at about a 7th grade reading level. This gives students practice seeing the words used accurately in their academic context, moving beyond simple dictionary definitions. Then ask AI to generate a 5-question multiple-choice quiz using these words, focusing on distinguishing between their meanings. This instantly provides a bell ringer or exit ticket. Then for higher-order thinking, you can ask AI to create a prompt. Write a short paragraph explaining the relationship between ribosome and cell membrane. This pushes students to apply their understanding and use the vocabulary for synthesis. By making this second prompt, the instructional generation, part of your routine, you're compounding your time savings. You aren't just saving 15 minutes on sorting, you're saving another 30 minutes on activity creation. You're leveraging AI not just for analysis, but for instructional design, ensuring your students engage with those essential words tomorrow morning. For our teachers in rural districts or those managing multiple preps, this tool is a game changer. When you're moving from a history lesson to a literature circle, you don't have time to do a deep linguistic dive for every text. AI allows you to provide high-quality language bridges for your students in a fraction of the time. You can even use AI to suggest bridge words for EL learners, ensuring every student has an entry point into the text. As always, the brain is the boss. AI can suggest the list, but you are the expert who knows which words your students already know and which words will trip them up. You are the head chef who decides which vocabulary ingredients are essential for today's lesson. Use your digital intern to handle the sorting, so you can be the mentor who brings those words to life in the classroom. At the end of every episode, we end with a tomorrow morning test, one specific, actionable AI win you can use in your classroom the very next day. This one is called the vocabulary sort. So first, pick a reading passage or article you're using with your students tomorrow. Paste that text into a chatbot and ask it to identify tier 2 and 3 vocabulary words in this passage and provide a kid-friendly definition for each. Then, review the list, pick the 5 top most important words, and use them as your vocabulary power-up during the lesson. You'll find that what used to take you 15 minutes now takes 50 seconds, giving you back a piece of your afternoon. Well, that's it for this episode. You're now using AI to sharpen your students' vocabulary with efficiency and ease. Next time, we'll move into prompt writing and explore how to generate dozens of unique, standard-aligned writing prompts based on a single theme. Thank you for joining me for this episode of AI for Oklahoma Classrooms, brought to you by the OSDE's Office of AI and Digital Learning. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with a colleague who could use a little more time back in their day. Remember this: AI lightens the load. You bring the heart, the expertise, and make the impact in your classroom. See you next time.